we make a generalized statement about some group, somebody will point out it doesn't qualify to every member of that group. Well, of course it doesn't. And this wasn't the presumption. But if there's a fair general criticism of the tenets of Islam or something from the Quran, or a regime that has power that is implementing their version of this, I don't get to decide what a true Muslim is and what a true Muslim is. I don't get to decide what a true Christian is. I don't even get to decide what a true atheist, skeptic, or humanist is. But I do know that saying, well, they're not all bad, is focusing on the people and not the doctrines. And if I focus instead on the doctrines and the actions that some people take, I'm being fair and honest. And if somebody wants to call me a racist for that, okay, fine, too bad. Because I'm not looking at this in terms of race. I'm looking at it in terms of, here's a doctrine, when implemented in this fashion, is dangerous and harmful and counterproductive. There are great people in almost any religion I can think of. And my point is, they could be better if they dumped the religious baggage. And there are bad people in every religion that I could name, and they would be way better if they dumped the religious baggage.
It's a curious thing that the evils of Islam, and I think that Islam is among the great evils of the world, the chief victims of it are actually Muslims themselves. They are the ones who are most likely to be persecuted, especially women. So that's one point. Another point is the accusation of racism, as though Islam were a race, which of course it isn't. Ayaan Hirsi Ali and Maajid Nawaz are struggling to actually reform Islam from within, to actually recognize that it doesn't have to be bad, and they should obviously be applauded. I think the worst thing of all is the way decent liberal people, our kind of people, give Islam a free pass, which they don't give to any other religion when it comes to things like the betrayal of women, the misogyny that is officially promulgated by Islam is revolting. And yet feminist thought in Western liberal democracies completely ignores that and more or less allows Islam to get away with the misogyny and all the other terrible things that they do. Because of this special treatment, which I suspect it maybe stems from the fear of being thought racist. So, to repeat, the chief victims of Islam are Muslims themselves, and Maajid Nawaz and Ayaan Hirsi Ali are doing their best to help the victims of this unfortunate creed.
And there are great organizations working alongside Maryam Namazi's organization and Next Muslims of North America. If the chief complaint is not tied directly to what has been said, then that's just posturing. So I'll have people comment on various videos or whatever and say, oh, Matt might be good on the God issue, but he's terrible on this, or this, you know. And they'll use language that's obnoxious and annoying. But I ask them all the same question. What is my position that you disagree with, and why do you think it's wrong? Nobody's ever even gotten the first one right. Instead, they will saddle me with somebody else's position or something they heard or something that they have interpreted based on their own confusion about what's said. And if we can't get past, we've lost sight of nuance. And it's, if you sometimes say anything that is even vaguely in opposition to somebody's position, you become immediately the worst thing ever. And if we are going to shelter medieval, harmful, misogynistic thought as if, well, we can't criticize that because that would be racist, I don't know how you can possibly criticize anything at that point.